Our number 21 favorite Zelda track is another controversial one, kind of.
I like these ones.
I don't think that's going to end up being the case.
I hope you introduce every song like this.
Yeah, I know. I'm clickbaiting from the start.
This one's controversial.
Obama doesn't want you to hear our number 20.
Our number 1 track is kind of controversial. What?
Yeah. It was unanimous. How's that controversial? It's too good. We need more difference in the panel. Controversial only in one sense. It got 5 votes. It's one of our leading tracks as far as vote getters. It's still also down here at number 21.
Interesting.
I voted for it the highest, and my vote was 12th. So it had a lot of low votes because people seem to take to this track. They also didn't quite vote for the same version. So because I voted for it the highest, I put in the one that I chose to represent Clocktown from Majora's Mask.
Clocktown. Which one
I guessed
did you
it
put
like
in?
3
Day
seconds
one?
ago.
Day one. And you'll hear it because, first of all, awesome that it starts with the same thing that you got when you go out into Hyrule Field from Ocarina of Time, tying that in because you're like, oh yeah, of course. And then instead,
I like this town theme
now,
a lot.
I think one person voted for 3. One person didn't specify which day. They just voted for the whole thing. I voted for 1 and gave it the most points. So I just combined it all together because, again, 5 people voted for it. It seemed like it needed to make the top 25 and not be caught up in a technicality.
I figured it was kind of like a movement thing, like Dancing Mad. It was like, these are different movements of the same song.
Yeah.
And
See, I had to...
I think mine was at 15 where I put it. So, yeah.
17.
Yeah.
I mine 19, and I picked the third. The difference is that I think it's so interesting about this is that the days are so different, even though it's the same music. That third day makes you feel weird. It's like
haunting, right?
What's
A little
going
bit.
on here?
Haunting.
But it's the
so
same
scary.
song for them, more or less. But like, there's like these like things happening in the background. It's like, ooh, that's ominous.
Yeah.
It sounds so frantic.
Yeah.
This
I
game
bet it
used
does.
to scare the crap out of me as a kid.
It's still scary.
It's still scary, but like as an adult, I like can enjoy it and appreciate the darker moments. But as a kid, I would try to play this game, and I would really try to hang out on the first day as much as possible because as it went on, it just got too scary. But this song is great. I love that this is kind of like your hub town in Majora's Mask. You always come back here. There's so many side quests and characters to interact with. I love it. It's so good.
That's actually a really interesting thing because to me, Clocktown kind of feels the same. I guess Dave in the honorable mentions he voted for Outside Island from Wind Waker. It kind of this song actually fills about the same purpose in my mind, and like I guess I didn't want to oversaturate my list with a lot of that kind of song, and I ended up picking Clocktown. And I think that's a good pick. But I can see it putting Outside in there as well.
I feel like motif-wise, doesn't the song like kind of have a lot in common with, not like, you're not going to confuse them, but like the approach with like Kakariko Village a little bit?
Yeah, which I was going to put in the honorable mention, by the way, because nobody voted for it except for me, which I was a little stunned by.
It was on my list at one point.
I was going to have a hot take.
But I think that's brilliant, though, because this is like a parallel universe, and yet like the music is sort of related but different. It's like, I don't know if that was their intention, but I just think it's genius the whole way through.
And because they're not going to come up again, spoilers, shout out to Day 2, even though I didn't vote for it primarily. I think that I like the first day the best. Again, we talked like the different, but like Day 2, 3 has that, like you said, the dread, the confusing, the dissonance. Day 2 just feels hurried. Like it's got that like it's like, okay, like clock's ticking, moon's coming, you gotta get going.
You see the moon, right?
Yeah.
You see it, it's right there.
And then I would have had look up, it's up there. And I would have had a difficult call on Final Hours because it's not really Clocktown, but it plays in Clocktown. That's also a really fucking cool track.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't make my list either. Nobody voted for it. It was maybe like upper 30s for me, but like just the whole ambiance of Clocktown, no matter when you're there, is super cool.
Not to rush you, not to take your time, but the moon is there.
Yeah.
It is getting closer. It's not paused. It's coming every second. We're cool though.
We've given you the tools to make sure you have enough to not let it hit, but really it's there.
Yeah, but I want to remind you that it's there.
Yeah.
Just friendly reminder.
I trust you, but please look at the moon.
then day 3 hits and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever like immediately do the Song of Time the moment that dread hit?
Probably.
I did get down where it's like a couple hours left, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Let's start this over.
Unless you're in a dungeon or something, you're not gonna cut it that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.